So welcome everybody to the preliminary canvassing for the April 9th general municipal election for the city of Vernon. I'm Maria Ayala, your city clerk and also your elections official. And here seated with us is our canvassing board, and our special counsel for elections is Holly Watley. We have Jack Klein. We have our police chief, Anthony Miranda. We have Sandra Dolson, also a member of the city clerk's office. She is an alternate on the board, and she will also be verifying as I'm calling out the ballots. We also have Peter Corselli, and we have our fire chief, Bruce Danish. Thank you. So, a couple announcements before we actually begin canvassing the ballots. First announcement is that we're going to be canvassing only 46 ballots today. So as of right now, City Hall received 54 ballots, and so of those 54, only 46 have been verified, and the others are pending verification from the county. In here are the ballots that were dropped off at the ballot drop-off location, and we have 1, 2, 3. So those are 3 from the ballot drop-off location. The second canvassing and potentially final canvassing will take place on Monday at 3 p.m. And I do say potential final canvassing because absent any signature verification issues that could arise where the state law requires us to allow the voter to cure the ballot 8 days. So at that time, we'll have some information, and on top of that, we are required by state law also to accept ballots received by mail by a bona fide mail delivery system through Friday, 3 days after the election. And as you all know, that although we'll be receiving the mail and we can identify which ballots are received that day, we are as a city closed that day. So that's why we have the canvassing, that second canvassing done on Monday. Okay? The other thing, so for the ballots were a little different this year. They, instead of being the cardstock small size ballots, it was a full sheet. There were some questions that arose about that top perforated area where some voters had questions about having torn off the entire top portion and concerns over whether or not their ballot would be valid or invalid. If it's completely torn off, that's okay. The ballot, it having been verified, will be counted. So that in itself is not an issue for the ballot to not count. The other thing is that we originally had 2 ballot measures, ballot measure S and ballot measure T, on the election. And so due to a typographical error, those ballot measures have been nullified, and so no votes for those either of those ballot measures will be canvassed either today or at the second or potential final canvassing. So we won't be doing that. And I believe that's it for the announcements today. So I'm gonna just kind of walk the board through filling out our manual tally sheets. This is a manual tally sheet that we've used. We'll use a new one come Monday. So if you can, each one of you, open it up to the first page. Here, okay. So what we'll write in the first square is the name of the first candidate on the ballot. And yes, so the full name, which is, well, we could just do last name. Menke, M-E-N-K-E. Second one is Acosta, A-C-O-S-T-A. The third one is Roberts, R-O-B-E-R-T-S. And then you'll do council overvote on the next in the next square. Overvote. Council overvote. And then in the next square, you'll do council undervote. Now, what overvote means and what undervote means is, for example, if we have a ballot that has more than one of the candidates selected, it's considered an overvote, and it won't count for either one. If there is a ballot where no candidate is selected, then it's considered an undervote, and equally, it does not count for either of the candidates. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and count the ballots right now, and then I'll go ahead and open it up for any potential questions from the audience, okay? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So hold on to these for right now, and with that you can hold on to those. Do we have any questions from the audience at this point before we start opening the ballots? Yes.
I have a question on the 8 that have been identified to be set aside. Is there, can you outline the reasons?
They're pending verification
Pending verification?
from the county, yeah, signature verification from the county.
Were there any that were provisional?
Yes, there was one provisional issued to a potentially new registered voter, and there were, if I recall correctly, 1 or 2 provisionals issued for individuals who had misplaced or lost their ballot. So they did come in person, and a provisional was issued to them. And they were verified as having been
Are
registered.
those going to be in account in the morning or identified as ballots turned in on the roster?
Yes, I'll have a printed, I'll have a new list tomorrow.
They come in the list?
Yeah, you know, the public is definitely welcome to come in anytime. And even though I'll have one in the morning, obviously, with everything that we have before us today, I'll also do one at the end of the day in case we receive one in the mail. And I'll be doing that tomorrow, Wednesday, and also on Thursday. Yes. Yes, ma'am?
And the 3 that are in the box, are those counted with?
No, I didn't know how many were gonna
They're
come in.
separate.
So so you can probably say that the city as a whole has now received 57 ballots. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? No? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and continue with the canvassing, and what I'm gonna ask the canvassing board to do is one individual open the envelopes, and you'll see what side they are on. Okay? And the other individual take out the ballot, put it face down, and put the envelope face down, okay? Face down.
Face down,
Yeah, face
the
down.
envelope.
And the envelope, we can do face down.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Sandra, can you take this?
Can you take the top? Okay. All ballots have been opened, so we're gonna go ahead and read out the name of the individual voted for. Canvassing team, so when you get to 10 on a particular candidate, you call out 10, okay? 10, or, and so on and so forth, 10, 20, or what have you, okay? We wanna make sure that we're consistent as we go along, and make sure that when you get to that 10, you circle every 10, okay? Any questions? No? Good? Okay. And so one of you will be marking, the other will be watching that the correct mark is made, okay? Okay, any other questions? No? Okay, so we're gonna start now. I'm just gonna read the last name. So, Mankey. Mankey. Acosta. Mankey. 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 Roberts. Mankey. Acosta. Acosta. Mankey. Mankey. Roberts. Mankey. Mankey.
10.
Both 10?
10.
Very good, thank you. Mankey. Acosta. Acosta. Mankey. Mankey. Roberts. Mankey. 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 Roberts. Mankey. Mankey.
10.
Mankey. 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 Acosta. Mankey. Mankey. Roberts. Mankey. Mankey. Mankey.
10.
Mankey. 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 Team one, how many ballots do you have for Mankey?
45? 35? 35?
35. 35. So you go ahead
Right there.
and write 35. And team one, what do you have for Acosta?
6?
6. Team two?
6.
6. Go ahead and write 6 for Acosta. And for Roberts? Team
5?
5.
5.
5. Please write 5. Okay, so
No over, no under.
no over, no under. So that concludes our preliminary canvassing as of this evening. So it stands, preliminary results stand at Mankey, 35, Acosta, 6, and Roberts, 5. So our next canvassing will take place on Monday at 3 p.m. here in council chambers, okay? All right, thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.